Hello everyone and welcome to DAT 212, which is the 3D Graphics and Animation 1 course. My name is Stephanie and I'm here with this short video to help explain a few things of how this class is going to work. We will be using Blackboard extensively for basically everything. We're going to be breaking that down on this video. So when you log into Blackboard, you're going to be landing on the announcements page, obviously. I assume all of you have used Blackboard before in other classes. If you've not, please reach out to me so I can go over some things in more detail. But important parts, first up, the syllabus is up now. And you'll be able to see some of the general information, class time, my email is on there. There's the fact that there's no book for this class, and of course the week-to-week schedule. Please do not refer to this schedule in terms of knowing actual due dates or anything like that, because these things may change, right? So, I don't even list due dates. I list when they're assigned, and then due dates come later. But these things can change. There can be weather emergencies. There could be all sorts of nonsense that happens. So, this is just a general guidebook of what we will be going over in this class. This particular semester, our class is just a weird schedule. We have 2 breaks within a month of each other before the midterm. So, and our midterm in this class is already a little bit on the late side because we have so much we have to go through before you guys can like really do stuff. So it's on the one hand, you'll have a little bit of extra time for certain things. Like the midterm, for example, gets assigned before spring break. So you should have like a little bit longer to think about it and work on it and just kind of generally mull it over. On the other hand, it does mean there's a break in what we're learning. So it's going to be incumbent upon you to remember things over a longer period of time in between classes. All right, so please refer to this just generally as to what to expect for this semester. Um, Now, if we look at the top part of our syllabus, we can see that this class under modality, which is a new age thing now, we have high flex and hybrid. So I want to go over what those two very different terms mean. High flex refers to the fact that you can take this class either on the ground at the school in room L303 or log in remotely. And logging in remotely will involve Collaborate Ultra, which will be a link right here. I forgot to make it live. Let's bring that up for a moment. Oh, I don't have it live there either. Cool. But it'll be right there, and you would click on it, and you would be able to see all of our class times. And through the magic of the pause button, I was able to make it appear. So it'll be right here. This is our remote learning classroom, which I'm sure a lot of you will be using. So what happens is all the classes are here. We click that, and whichever one is starting that day will be at the top. It starts 15 minutes. I opened the classroom 15 minutes early because I want you all to be able to get in there so that we can start right at 12:30. More on that in a minute. Saved classes will be here under menu and then recordings. It will automatically show the past 30 days. If for some reason you need to review something earlier when we get later in the semester, you would need to go up here and you would need to set a different range for what you are looking at. By default, you all should be able to chat with me, which is how we kind of communicate when you guys are working remotely. Also, we will use this situation with US presenters for your midterm and final critiques. Another thing to know about the remote learning, the recordings take like an hour or so to upload, so they won't be available immediately. I do also have other review videos just in case something goes awry with this. But you can switch back and forth between being on site and being remote depending on your situation. However, I really need you all to, as soon as possible, email me what your like default is going to be. Are you generally going to be working from home, or are you generally going to be working in the classroom? We need to know that so we know how many people to expect in the classroom and who to tell what to if there's like a weather closure, so we need to know which students absolutely need the classroom, which ones will absolutely not be attending in the classroom, and who might be gliding back and forth depending on their situation. All right, so please email that to me as soon as possible. All right, so that's the high flex portion of things. Again, you can do remote or you can do on-site. Now, let us turn to the hybrid portion of our HyFlex hybrid. So HyFlex refers to being remote or being on site. Hybrid refers to the amount of class time. You'll note that this is only an hour and 15 minutes of actual class time. That is much shorter than DAT classes have been in the past. This is to deal with the fact that remote learning, which is what a lot of people are using, is very different than on-site learning. And also, this is a more advanced class. So, for any of you who have taken classes with me before, this is where things will differ, even though you have the same teacher. So, and this is also where you really, 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 really need to pay attention to this announcements page, because with only an hour and 15 minutes, there's going to be other material that you have to do outside of class. And here's how it's going to go. So, let's see here. First class is going to be different. We're just all the first class, you just show up for the first class and we do class things, and that's fine. But in later weeks, you'll see that we have some things that we're going over, components and views, or the following week it's modeling toolkit. And then there's these homeworks, these workshops, right? Making a fancy box, making a hammer part one. In the past, in a full 3-hour class, we would have started these in class and I would have walked you through step by step how to do that. Well, we don't have that kind of time this time. So instead, what's going to happen is I will go over in class, right, under Collaborate Ultra during our remote class, I will go over things, some general concepts, but posted to the announcement page will be the walkthrough portion. It'll be the getting you started on your homework portion. That is something you will need to do on your own. Generally speaking, these will be like an after class situation. I'll post them the day of class or the day before, something like that. But they will be that like we're in class and we learn some things, and then you would go online and see what the walkthrough is to get started on your homework. Because these walkthroughs are a step by step. Click here, do this, make this, blah, 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 to make a specific thing. And everyone works at those at a very different pace. So trying to cram that all into an hour and 15 minutes while also learning all these things that you guys might have questions on, it is very, very difficult. So I've taken the portion that people have the most difference in time of learning in terms of having to watch it slowly, watch it while they do it, watch it once, watch it 5 times. And I've kind of excised that from class. And those things are going to be posted. I probably should have posted this earlier. There we go. So I have a YouTube channel with a bazillion videos from all the other classes. You can check them out if you like. But I have all these playlists, and so we are 3D graphics in animation 1. Now, you can look at the videos that are on here now. These are not the videos you guys will be using. It's the same material. It's, different review videos. Actually, some of them you might use. But I'm going to have these little smaller videos of like how to walk through stuff. So here we go, UV Workshop 1, UV mapping, right? So or later on, it's a little bit longer, we've got a palette workshop. So these are the things that are going to be posted to announcements. So it'll say videos for week 3 or information for week 3, and there will be links, and it will explain very clearly, watch this week. This is your workshop walkthrough. And you may watch it before class, or you may watch it afterwards, but you have to watch it. And it's part of the class. So part of having a hybrid class, right? This is a more advanced class. It's a level 200 class. It's a rather difficult level 200 class. Part of it is that you are willing to work independently. And so you need to take the time within that week, right? Because you can't just like do the fancy box down here and then do the hammer down here. That's not going to happen. That's not going to help you very much. Within this week, we learn about components, we learn about views, we learn about certain things, and then you do the fancy box making workshop that week. It is, part of the lecture will be posted up here. It's sort of asynchronous. There we go. There's a fancy term. And you watch it on your own time and you ask questions through email. One wonderful thing about this class is that Maya files are emailable through our email. So many other things get stripped out. If you're in a Photoshop class, you can't email a Photoshop file to your professor. You can email the Maya files to me. So yay! So I can get you feedback. I can help you troubleshoot. And so a lot of this class is very independent. It's very driven by your schedule and when you choose to work on things. And so you have to be driven to work on them in a timely manner. All right. Now, where you will find these things is under assignments. I've made a couple things live that we're not working on currently. They're just, they'll appear as the semester goes. So this is what we're working on in the first class. You can see I've got a couple of images here that we can work off of. And then in the following class, right, we've got a file that we might be working with that day. I don't know, this might change. And then our assignment. And you can see that with both these examples that I have here, I try to list the due date in the description so you can just bang, like see it right there. It's also listed if you click here. If you see that they don't match or you submit something a day early and it says it's late, please let me know. I have to manually update these every semester and I'm human, so I might make mistakes. So please just let me know if something doesn't seem right and I will be sure to update it. I know when you handed things in, so I know if they're actually late or not. Also, our class starts at 12:30. It's only an hour and 15 minutes long. Submit your stuff before class. I want to start class right at 12:30. I want everyone to be logged in and we can like get going because we will run over, especially on critique days. This is not a small class anymore. I think there's like 12 people. So it's a lot to go through and it's a lot of people to make sure everyone gets their time. So submit your stuff beforehand, right? We shouldn't be working on it right up until the last buzzer. No, just get your work in before class. You can also see that on both of these, I mentioned like a thing we did in class and then like the thing you're expected to continue. Now, quote, what we did in class may involve the YouTube videos. It may not be during actual class time, but the walkthrough that we do will have covered some material, right? So I will list, hey, we got these things done, within the walkthrough. You should at least have those things, right? And I'll list them all. So in case you're missing one or you like mess one up, you can fix it. And then I'll also list, all right, well, if you want to get, better than the bare minimum grade, which is a C, you will also fix something here, add something here, do something here, clean up something there. Each assignment has its own descriptions and they will all look something like this. And I will describe them in class. I will show examples whenever I can of other student work, but these are here for you to reference. To that end, I would prefer it if you did not ask, hey, is this done? I don't know. I gave a description. Do you think it's up to your standards? And then I give a grade and an assessment, once you've submitted it. Now, of course, if you have questions, email me your file. I broke, this seems broken, or I can't get this part to work, or you can even ask for feedback. You can say, don't ask me if it's done, don't ask me if it's good enough, but certainly you can ask me like to critique it, and I can definitely give you some feedback on what I would fix. But I'm not going to give you the okay, now you can submit it. That's not my decision. That's your decision as students. And it's something you have to get used to in art. You have to get used to saying, hey, this is done. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna submit it. I'm going to get it into the teacher. All right, so those will be posted, whether it's files we're using or assignments, these will all be posted right here to assignments so that you guys can, excuse me, get all the information you need right here. And again, the announcements page, which will all be, everything major will be sent to your email, so please check your student email as well. That will be another place that you can go get information. Now, I've posted information on how to get Maya onto your computer. Please review it. If you are working from home, you need Maya on Monday. You need functioning Maya on Monday while we do class, so please get that. And I've got a written description of some of this stuff here. So hopefully this gives you guys a little bit more of an idea of how this class is going to run. I may have another video that gets posted that goes over a couple other things, but otherwise, I will see you all on Monday. Good luck.